know what it is. That victory talk. Let's get it. Yo. You know what it is, man. It's Victory Talk. We do it every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's start the show. Welcome to another episode of Victory Talk. We do it every Tuesday, unless we don't. But most of the time we do it on Tuesday at 7 p.m. We're excited to be here with you guys, man. We got lots to talk about today. You know, lots went on. You know, the dude from FTX got arrested. You know what I'm saying? He got arrested. The dude, Diddy was doing Diddy had another baby. Shout out to him with a girl who wasn't his girlfriend. But that's not what we want to talk about right now. First thing we want to get into is, I kind of wanted this episode to have a focus. Because when we talk about victory, man, we talk about winning. We talk about accomplishing goals, raising the standard, taking your life to the next level. The word victory is synonymous with winning, triumph. And to be triumphant, it doesn't happen overnight, right? It takes habits, and these habits stack one after another. And then over time, you start to bear fruit. It's kind of like a tree, right? A tree starts off as a little seed or acorn or whatever the fuck. And, it grows, it's hanging onto its branch. In this metaphor, the acorn is you, right? You hanging onto the branch, that's your mommy and daddy and shit, right? And everything is safe there. The tree is giving you all this nutrients, but at some point, the acorn falls to the ground, boom, plops down, hits the dirt. Next thing you know, it's getting rained on and shoved into the ground. But what happens? What seemed like an awful experience, from that, it started to grow, it started to sprout out of the dirt. And it kept growing. It kept growing every day, grow a little bit. Now, from one day to the next, the amount of growth it experienced looks negligible. But it keeps doing the same thing every day, right? And then over enough time, it grows into a big, mighty tree, and it has its own acorns and shit. And theoretically, that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to keep growing a little bit every day. Right? You're not going to be rich tomorrow, right? But you're going to keep making progress, improvements every day. And then you'll be a big, mighty man rising out the dirt and shit. However, the tree has an advantage you don't have. The tree does not have a neocortex, meaning it can't make decisions. It just does what it's supposed to do every day, and it doesn't stop it, right? Yo goofy ass looks at other motherfuckers and, oh, fuck, man, and you get sad and shit. And then you stop fucking doing the shit you're supposed to do every day. And you never grow to be as tall as you're supposed to be, right? You never really fulfill your potential because you quit and shit, or it's not happening fast enough. But had you just stuck to it every day, you'd eventually get there. And the way you get there, the way you stick through it every day is with what? Habits. And that's what this episode is going to be focused on. Building the habits that's going to make you successful, get you money or any other achievement you want to experience, any other victory you want to have. And that's what we're going to talk about today. It's going to be, Nima, I think it's going to be some real talk.
Let's get it.
Real talk. Yeah, real talk. All right. So we're going to talk about a lot of different habits today. But I kind of feel like, from what I've learned over, these last 40 years, the main thing, one of the main things that kind of separates the winners from the losers, the chumps from the champs, the victims from the victors, it's something you might not think. You might be wanting to say is discipline, right? And that certainly plays a huge role. And I wouldn't argue with you if you said that discipline was the number one thing. I wouldn't dispute that. But I think there's one habit that people kind of neglect. And we talked about it a little bit last week, but I want to dig a little deeper into it. Okay? And to do that, I got to break out the iPad. Let's see if it's going to work. It's going to work today. All right, cool. All right. So check this out. You see a little baby. This is me drawing a baby. I know I'm an amazing artist. Just relax, right? This is a baby. They be all happy and shit. Their default mode is happiness, right? Unless, of course, there's like a biological reason for them to be sad. If they're fucking cold or they hungry or they shit their fucking pants, then they cry. But as soon as you fix that problem, they're back to being happy and joyful. Or even children, they're pretty much happy all the time. But what happens? As this baby grows into an adult, life starts fucking whipping that ass. This is a cloud. Life starts, shit gets hard, right? And these experiences start to take a toll on you as you grow, right? Maybe you get your ass beat, fucking girl dumps you, whatever the fuck, man. It could be anything, right? And what happens is over time, that joy starts to be diminished, right? See, I think happiness is your default state, but you get beat down by life so much that it's kind of hard to just be as happy as a kid is. Like I'm telling you, man, I got a 5-year-old. This motherfucker be happy just to go outside, like just going outside, and this motherfucker is excited. Dogs are like that too, but that's because they're stupid, right? Kids just ain't got beat up enough. People always say dogs are smart. Man, my dog's so smart. I'm like, compared to what? Compared to what? I just saw that motherfucker eat a shoe and shit in the corner. Like, what are you comparing it to? The bar is low for these motherfucking dogs. I digress. Motherfuckers is dumb as shit. I don't care what you say. All right. Stay focused. You might be thinking, Brandon, the fuck are you talking about, right? Let me explain to you how this relates to success. Okay. Whatever you think about, you're going to feel, whether it's real or not. Whatever you focus on, you're going to feel, whether it's real or not. For example, let's say you have, here's a good example. Let's say you have a pet. Some of you guys have pets and shit. Some of you guys got mad about that dog thing. I'm sorry. Your dog is a fucking genius. I was talking about the other dogs. Now let's imagine your genius dog puts down his books that he was studying, takes off his graduation robe, walks into your room. But his walk is a little different today. Something ain't right. Your dog, he looks at you and then just lays over and dies. Just feel that. What would that be like, right? Okay, let's stop for a minute because you guys are going to get too sad, right? But your dog is not even dead. And a lot of you guys felt that shit, right? A lot of you guys felt that shit. And I don't blame you. Like if I was to imagine a family member of mine, that happened to, I would have felt it too. But what I want to illustrate is that whatever you focus on, whatever you think about, you're going to feel whether it's real or not. Okay? So check this out. You have your focus, right? Whatever you focus on, that affects your state. And when I say state, I mean like your state of mind, your mindsets, right? Your emotional state, right? So your focus is going to affect your state. Okay? Why does this matter? Right? Because your state will affect your performance. Right? So, for example, let's say your girl just dumped you like an hour ago, right? You know what I'm saying? Or one of your family members went to the hospital and you decide, you know what? I'm a badass. I'm going to go to the gym anyway. But because you're going to the gym in that state, what's going to happen is your performance is going to be better or worse, right? It's going to be worse as a result of the state that you entered it in, right? It's not all about doing the right things. It's doing the right things with the right state, the right energy, right? Because by contrast, let's say you just watch one of Brandon Carter's old classic motivational videos, Excuses is for Bitches, or one of them videos, right? Right before you went to the gym, you might be fired up. You might lift all the weights. You're probably going to hit a PR, right? You're probably going to set a new personal record, right? Because your state was different when you went to perform, right? And then now that performance is going to affect your results. Hold on, man. Let me write this better. Right? That performance is going to affect your results. You get what I'm saying? The performance is going to affect your results, right? Obviously, if you perform better, the results will be better. If you perform like shit, the results will be like shit. But what affects your performance is the state you're in, right? You've all had to do something. It could be anything. It could be take a test. It could be drive. It could be anything. And you were in a bad mood. You performed worse, right? But why did you perform? Why were you in that state? It's because something had your attention, right? Change your focus. Now, here's the problem with that. If you keep getting shitty results, then what do you think you're going to focus on? Yeah, it becomes a feedback loop. And this is how people end up in downward spirals. You get what I'm saying? But the key is to be cognizant of this, right? The key is to control your focus first, right? Right, sorry. Control your focus first. That way, you control the state that you're going in, that you're going to be in when you perform, right? Right? And then you'll get the results. Right? But here's the thing. We're going to stop this feedback loop here. This is important. So my sales team, every once in a while, one of my sales team, somebody on one of the salespeople, what happens is they get one or two calls in a row that they don't close, right? Because everybody's going to, no salesperson has 100% closure rate. And sometimes you get the ones you weren't going to close, that percentage, you get them in succession, right? You get them in order. You might get 3 in a row that you miss. What do you think happens? This happens. Now they start to doubt themselves. They start to focus on this shit, right? And what does that do? That changes their state because they're thinking about them last 3 sales calls that they fucking lost, right? And then they go into the sales call with that shitty state. What kind of results do you think you're gonna get, right? And it's a negative feedback loop. What we want to do, this is the key. This is what I told my sales team. I was like, listen, bro, I don't want you to even think about the results. All I want you to do is focus on managing your state, right? So sometimes I would make them watch sales calls where they actually got the sale, or I'd pump them up before the shit, right? I'd give them praise and tell them what they're doing right? Get them in that real quality state because they're focused on it. Whatever you're focused on, you're going to feel. Now their state is different. Then they went into those calls performing better, and the results take care of themselves, right? The results are going to be what they're going to be. The key is to not even, this is going to sound counterintuitive, but to not think about the results at all. All you can think about is your performance, because this is the only thing you have the control over. There's only 2 things you really have control over in your life, right? Your actions and your attitude. That's it. Everything else is kind of a roll of the dice. But you always have control over your actions and your attitude. But it starts with attitude or state, right? Because the attitude will really impact your actions. You get what I'm saying? If you're scared, you're going to act different than when you're confident. You get what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship, if you're jealous, you're going to act different than when you're secure. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a fight and you're afraid, you're going to act different than when you're confident, right? It starts with state, but it doesn't start with state, right? What you have to control this, you have to control what you focus on. Brandon, what does that have to do with that fucking baby you was talking about in the beginning? I'll tell you what. What happens is you done took so many L's over the years. You done took so many L's that now you're just not as happy as you were when you was a baby in general. Like your state is diminished because you focus on these L's. Oh, she left me. I got fired. They did that. She shouldn't have did that to me. He shouldn't have did that to me. It's not fair. Mommy did this to me. Or whatever type of fruity shit y'all be thinking about, right? The key is to change the focus at all times. Anytime something negative happens to you or what you perceive to be negative, you got to remember, every subject is 2 subjects, right? For example, a while ago, I missed a flight. It was an early flight. I didn't wake up early enough. I missed it. I mean, I just missed it. You ever been running and then they closed the door on you? And I was like, fuck, you know? It's fucked up. I had the first class seat and everything. I was feeling real good. And then for a minute, I was getting like really upset. And that's normal. I caught myself. I was like, Brandon, that's bitch nigga shit. Chill out. And what I did was I said, okay, what good can I get out of this? I changed my focus. I didn't get the result I want, but I still changed my focus. What good can come from this? And I thought, okay, this is a good opportunity for me to practice patience. This is a good opportunity for me to practice emotional control. Shit, how am I going to get good at these things if I don't practice? Right? And I need opportunities to practice. This is a perfect one. And I changed my state. Boom. Before I went and talked to the plane waitress or whatever, I was like, yo, listen, I changed my state, changed my energy. I was like, listen, guys, I missed my flight. It's all my fault. I get it, man. I missed my flight. What can we do? Mr. Carter, there's no first class flights for the rest of the day to Miami. But we can get you on the next flight, coach. And I was like, whoa. I almost started to panic again. Can't be back of the plane with y'all. Goddamn King Keto. And I was like, all right, stay calm, Brandon. Here's an opportunity for you to solve problems, to practice your problem-solving abilities. And I said, you know what? What if we check Fort Lauderdale instead of Miami? And she went and checked Fort Lauderdale. And there was a first-class flight, the next one, actually, that I could get on, fly to Fort Lauderdale. It's like, but she said it's going to cost an extra $300, the price change or some shit, right? And I said, here's an opportunity for me to be grateful that I got enough disposable income to spend this $300 and forget it happened. Right? So I practiced gratitude that I was in the right. So I'm just saying every negative can be flipped if you change your focus. Every negative, man, I'm telling you, man, it's like even my father killed himself. He shot himself in the head. It's a really negative experience. But the reason it doesn't fuck with me on a consistent basis is because I looked at it like, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to really step up and be the man of the family, right? Somebody got to take charge. I think I'm strong enough to do it. Here's my opportunity to do it. You got to train yourself to think like that. And what happens is once you change your focus, now your state is different. You get what I'm saying? And my state was different after my daddy killed himself. I was like, I was in a determined state instead of a sad state. How you think my performance was, right? I was out here hustling, killing shit, excited to get a job, excited to get 4 jobs, right? When I worked for the moving company, that was one of the jobs I had, moving company, fucking backbreaking work. Well, everybody hates it without exception. Everybody who works for a moving company hates that shit. But I just looked at it like, I had a different determination because I entered that shit with a determined state to save my family and save myself and make sure we can survive. I approached the job with that same enthusiasm. And I did way better than everyone. I mean, I did better. I got better tips. Well, everybody who's on my team that they got better tips because I'm out here killing it and shit. But the job was more fun. That's what I noticed. When I worked hard, the job was more fun, right? But you wouldn't know that if you didn't have the right state. And the state comes from the focus, and the focus affects performance. And the performance, if your state is solid all the time, and your performance is solid all the time, then the results will take care of itself. You don't even have to look at the results, honestly. Because results are what's called a lagging indicator. Means it's only showing you what happened. It's only showing you what happened, right? Like if my son is taller than he was last year, right? But that's a lagging indicator, right? That it just shows that we fed him and made sure he was nourished and got enough enough nutrients, right? So he grew. It just took care of itself. We didn't have to do shit. All we had to do was focus on our performance as parents, make sure he had everything he needed. It's like that with all your goals, everything you want to accomplish, everything you want. All you got to do is focus on your performance with the right state and change your focus at first, and then the results take care of itself. You don't even have to think about it. You don't even have to look at it. If you know you out here killing it every day, how can you lose if you're doing it every day? Right? So you gotta track your performance, not the results. Because if you look at the results, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, and there's so many things that can go into whether you'll win or lose the actual thing. But over enough period of time, if you're consistent, you're gonna win. Consistency is undefeated, right? And that's why I tell my salesperson, like, yo, don't worry about that one sale, right? Worry about your performance over and over again. And what happened was, all their closing rates went way up. They sold better. They made more money. And you know what I'm saying? We don't even really have to look at the results. All I told them was, listen, what I want you thinking about on these sales calls is not if you're going to get the sale. I want you thinking about, if you showed me this sales call, would you be proud of it? Win or lose? Because you can't put money in the motherfucker's account, right? Right? You don't know what he's going through, right? All you can control is your performance and your attitude. And if you do that, you can't lose over enough time. Does that make sense? Is everyone getting that? Did I articulate that right?
Tell us in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. Am I articulating that right? I can't. Is baby girl there? Can you hear her?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh.
Can't okay me more.
I don't have control of this thing, but they're definitely on your side and they definitely comprehend. And we do have one super chat. Shout out to Real Bobby Trauma.
Real Bobby Trauma back again. What up?
Yep.
What up, Playboy?
Here, yes, last week.
He ain't say nothing. He just threw some coins on it. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's cool, man. Yo, listen,
stuff.
this is real shit. This is the part of success that they don't talk about. Like, nobody really talks about this part, right? They just talk about work hard. But with the state that you enter it in means a lot, right? You know what I'm saying? For example, some of you guys have had blowjobs before, I would imagine, right? You ever had like an enthusiastic, I'll do it, right? Versus the motherfucker who's gobbling that shit down, right? It's the enthusiasm. It's different, you know, and listen, that affected her performance. Am I right? Nima, I don't have to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to tell you. You know, we are. The state she entered that blowjob in affected her performance, which in turn affected the results. Makes sense when you think about it. Makes sense when you think about it.
Couldn't make that click like better.
Yeah, no, you got it. Everyone these guys know what I'm talking about. This is the victory unit. You know what I'm saying? This victory talk. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you like that and you want more fucking deep shit that'll make you think, make you better, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and join the Victory Unit Discord. It's free. And in there, what you'll find is an elite group of champions hell-bent on the success of not only themselves, but of each other. We're all in there helping each other. I'm in there posting daily, almost, right? You know what I'm saying? But we got my man Romulus in there giving stock tips, you know? And I got a free course in there, a free mindset course called High Value Alpha Baller. That's a real name, right? High Value Alpha Baller. You ain't going to listen. These other personal development courses, it's going to be some white man talking all white and shit about getting money. And that's cool. I got a lot of those guys behind me in these in these books. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's cool. Like, but I wanted to. I feel like some of you guys need to hear it from me the way I talk, because I know there's a lot of you who it will resonate with a little different. Because when I was like 19 listening to Brian Tracy and shit, I was like, yeah, this is good information, but like it wasn't hitting me, right? But if you hear it from me, I feel like it may hit you a little different. Some of you guys pause. And and also, we're coming out with another free course. It's called Baller Mindset. That's coming out at the top of the year. Now, it's only free if you pre-register. Top of the year, motherfuckers going to have to pay for it. But it's only free if you pre-register. The way you do that is you got to make a donation of any amount to the Toys for Tots charity. What this charity does is it takes po-ass kids, underprivileged kids, and it gives them toys for Christmas, right? Can you imagine being a po-ass kid, man, and you don't even get toys on Christmas? God damn. We don't want that to happen, right? I donated $10,000 of my own money, right? You guys can donate whatever's in your heart, whatever's in your bank account, whatever you can afford. If it's only a few dollars, $1, if that's all you got, first of all, you need to just give that dollar to the kids and then send us the receipt. Like, you don't give it to us. You donate it to the charity and then send us the receipt. I don't want no one saying, Brandon stole the money from them kids. No, I ain't touched the money. You just send me the receipt and you'll be on the list of people who are going to get Baller Mindset for free when it drops. It's going to be, I've been working on it already. It's going to be the best course I ever put together. I promise you that. I promise you that. And I've been making courses for over a decade. Killing this shit.
They got a super chat.
We got a super chat.
Yeah, we got a super chat by Kevin Thompson, $4.99. Look back through all you accolades and success in life. Sorry, I was yawning.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yo. Hey. pull it together, mujer.
At what point did you say to yourself, damn, I really made it?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. Most guys are running towards success. I'm running away from poverty, right? Like when you have some of the experience I have, you never really feel safe. It don't matter how many millions you have. It always feels like, I don't know. I feel like I know how real it can get. You know what I'm saying? Like I've experienced it, and even though it's far away, I want to get even further away. So I'm still running. I still feel like I'm running for poverty, even though I guess if I looked at my fucking net worth and shit, it's probably an irrational concern. But I kind of like that. You know, I kind of like that little fire underneath me, because people will always do more to avoid pain than they will to pursue pleasure. Like it's been studied. It's a fact. So I kind of like the fact that I still feel like, fuck, man, I don't never want to be up back on the south side of Chicago. I don't even visit when I go to Chicago. I don't even visit the south side no more. They shooting over there. I know. So nah, I ain't trying to go back. So I kind of just always feel that a little bit in the back of my mind. It's not something I think about a lot. It's just like, yo, I need to stay way ahead and just keep getting further and further away from poverty. A psychiatrist would probably say that that's not healthy. But I make more money than that hoe, so fuck what she talking about. Or he talking about. You know? I think that, you know, it helped me become more resilient and more determined. And those are like the kind of habits I think you need. So we're talking about habits. These are the kind of habits I think you need to be successful. And now I want to get into even more of the habits, right? In this segment we call Habits of a Winner. I heard we got a $5 super chat. He ain't say nothing, but he just threw some money down. Let's get this man. Yo, Subarito Roy.
Vibrato.
Even better. That's even better. Subarito. Is that Latino? Is that a Latino name?
Is it?
I don't know. I'm asking her. She's
I thought you were
Spanish.
asking the audience. I've never heard this before. to be
Oh, all
honest.
right. Hey, man. Yo, you got $5 though, so we're going to show this man some respect. I want to be clear. My love can be bought.
Oh, what?
And it's cheap.
Okay.
All right. All right. Habits of a winner. All right, so what we really want to, I want to talk to you guys about how to become what's called a 1% man, right? Because the guys at the 1%, the top echelon, are living a real amazing life, and it's way different than the people who are not, right? It's way, the life they're living is way different than those who aren't in the 1%, right? And I want to give you guys the habits that will get you there, because if you don't build these habits, you'll never even be able to approach that level, right? And you'll kind of just, you'll never really reach or fulfill your potential, right? And because of that, failure and regret will accompany you throughout the remainder of your days. And if you're a guy who hasn't fulfilled his potential, what kind of woman you think you're gonna end up with, right? You think you're gonna get the hottest ones? No, you're gonna get an average one, right? Because now you average, right? And you're gonna have some average ass looking kids living in an average home, average income, and I guess that's fine, but that's just not what, that's fine within itself, right? You can still be a good person, but that's not what victory talk is about. That's not what this is about. You get what I'm saying? Right? So you'll have, one day your kids will be older and you're going to tell these motherfuckers, these average ass motherfuckers, listen, you can be whatever you want. DeMarcus, you can be whatever you want. Latrell, you can be whatever you want too. And they're going to look at you like, word? Well then, Dad, the fuck happened to you then? If we can be whatever we want, is this what you want it to be? A middle class ass motherfucker? You wanted to be a motherfucker clipping coupons? This was your goal? This was your ambition? And then one of two things are gonna happen. They're either gonna look at you like you a bitch, or they're not gonna believe you when you say they can be whatever they want. So what are you gonna tell them at that point? You're gonna have to say, oh yeah, this is what I wanted. I wanted to sweep the floors and shit, or I wanted to be in middle management and work in this cubicle. You gonna tell him that? You gonna lie to the boy? Or you probably just make up some excuse like everyone else. Oh, man, I tried to, but, you got to understand it was this and that. It was the blacks, the whites, the immigrants, the 1%, the Republicans, the Democrats. You'll make up some fucking flimsy excuse as to why you couldn't be everything you wanted to be. Like a bitch, right? But I don't want that for you. And that's why I want you to get these habits. There's 5 of them that I think are the most important, so you can raise above mediocrity, right? So you can actually stand out and fulfill your potential and set an example of greatness for your kids to actually live up to. So they look at you like you're the fucking man. So your wife or the woman you settle down with, she looks at you and like, God damn it, I'm lucky to have him, right? I hope you accomplish that, because I need to make sure that bitch ain't looking at me. No more fucking bitches. God damn it. I got one. Ho, stop it. Cut it out. I need y'all to succeed so y'all can get some of these hoes. No más chicas, por favor. And this is how you're going to do it. So, to become a 1% man, I think there are 4 things that need to be accomplished. 4 things you need to have. I think there are 4 things you need to have. All right. 1, obviously, you got to have money. Right? You got to have money and lots of it. Disposable income. For real. For real. You cannot be a broke motherfucker and call yourself a 1% man. You got to be doing well financially. Financial freedom. Right? But I think you also have to have a certain amount of status. People have to respect you. Your name got to ring bells in these streets. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about what this means going forward, right? You also have to max out your appearance. right? How do you present yourself, right? And then you also have to have a strong network. I believe that these are the things that will make you a 1% man. Money, status, appearance, network. Right? Think about it. Think about the guys you know who are at like the top, like the guys you look up to, your fucking heroes and shit. Do they dress and look like fucking bums? Probably not. Right? The majority of them, right? Do they got some money? Yeah, they probably got some cash. Right? Why are you looking up to broke motherfuckers, right? Do they have status? Yeah, that's how you know them, right? Do they have a network? Yeah, they probably hang out with other motherfuckers that you admire. Am I right? I think these are the things that put you in that 1%, right? All right, cool. So how do we get there, right? What is 5 habits? Number 1. Number 1. Sorry. 1. You have to be a lifetime learner. I know my handwriting is trash. Don't worry about it. Right? You have to be a lifetime learner. You have to keep learning more skills. Right? You have to keep getting better every day. Skill acquisition, more knowledge. Right? And the reason you have to do that is because it's going to help you in all of these things. For example, it's going to help you with the money, right? Because when the more you know, the more your bank account will grow, right? The more you learn, the more you earn. That's a fact, right? But also, it's going to help build your network, right? Because a lot of times people will try to network. How do I make connections? How to get around people? Be valuable to motherfuckers, right? And if you know some shit, or if you're good at something, then you'll be valuable to other people. For example, I know Nima because he's a dope ass videographer and editor. You get what I'm saying? That's how we know each other, right? And also he learned how to run Instagram ads to promote his business. I saw an Instagram ad of his and I was like, yo, this motherfucker is good. And he was in Miami. He was smart, right? He knew how to actually target people who needed video work in Miami, right? Like he knew how to do it. He learned that skill. I saw it, and his ad demonstrated that he had a skill set that I needed. Now we work together. Pay him a bunch of money, man. Bro, just got a raise. God damn. You know what I'm saying? Same with Harry, who the other editor in London. And, you know, same shit. He showed me that he was good at what he did, and now we work together. Like all my friends in my network, we're all useful to each other. We're not like leeching off each other. We're all like useful. All right. And that comes from learning. Right. But that also, if you're really good at something, right, like world class, that's going to raise your status. You get what I'm saying? So it's very important that you maintain a lifetime of learning, study every day. Like even when I was broke, I read for at least an hour, 90 minutes every day. And a lot of times that would just be on the train, riding around New York from job to job. Every time you see me, shit, man, I always have earbuds in. I have like 5 sets of AirPods because when I'm moving around or going anywhere, I'm throwing on audiobooks. I fucking run through those shits, right? While I'm moving around, when I'm working out, people think I'm listening to music. They're probably thinking, oh, he's listening to Lil Baby or something, right? Nope. Brian Tracy. They listen to Lil Baby. I'm listening to Brian Tracy. You know what I'm saying? Lil Tracy. I'm listening to audiobooks 24 hours or podcasts, anything. I'm just always trying to learn because the more you learn, the more you earn. right? Then we get to the second one, right? Number 2. I really think you got to max out your appearance. Right? And it's not just like vanity trying to look as sexy as possible, right? I don't necessarily mean that. You want to look as respectable as possible, right? Because for better or for worse, people judge people by their looks, right? You can't get around that. And people are going to judge you by your looks, right? So you got to max out your appearance. You want to get in the best shape you can be in, right? You don't have to look like me, of course. Set obtainable goals, right? Don't set yourself up for failure, right? But you want to look the best you can look. You can't be sitting around all fat. You can't look like you just. I see some guys, man, and they say, "Oh, I want to be successful." Motherfucker, look like he just left a fashion seminar conducted by the Unabomber, right? Motherfucker look like trash. How is you dressed like this, right? Hygiene is all fucked up. Pimples and shit. Pimples is a sign of poverty. Because rich niggas can go to a dermatologist, go to a doctor, you dummy, right? Your skin is an organ. If someone's wrong with your heart, you go to a cardiologist, right? Something's wrong with your skin, go to a dermatologist, dummy. You got pimples because you poor. Max out, take pride in your appearance. Really, take pride in your appearance. Take pride in the way you dress. Like I'm wearing this now because, because it's fun, it's festive, but I see the arms, right? You see the arms? And the more fit you are, guess what? The fit you are, that's a status symbol. When I got in shape, when I first got in shape, people started treating me different. Of course, like women liked it more, but pause. The guys are the ones that really treated me different because they knew what it took to get that. Right? They knew what it took to get that. They know that takes hard work and dedication. Right? So it's a status symbol. When you see a guy who's in great shape, subconsciously you treat him different. Because I see it happen. I see it happen to me. I see it happen to my other friends who are in shape, right? It's a status symbol, right? But also, studies show that like more attractive people make more money. It's not right. It's not the way it's supposed to be. It's just the way it is. Humans have a different bias. It's called the halo effect, right? So, again, you don't have to look like me, right? You got to set attainable goals, right? But you want to be as attractive as you can be, right? And then if you're presenting yourself well, right, you dress well, you're well put together, you're in good shape, your hygiene is on point, right? You ain't got to be a pretty boy. I ain't telling you to be sexy, right? I'm telling you, you need to be presentable and you need to look respectable at all times. Somebody just said ketos help my skin. Yo, me too. I'm 40 and I am flawless. I woke up like this. Anyway, no, I'm not. I'm not telling you to be a sexy motherfucker, right? You can go overboard with this shit. I'm not telling you to be a fucking pretty boy motherfucker, right? You still want to look, you still want to look like you can whip some ass if you have to. You know what I'm saying? Someone said grow some hair, guys. I want you to. Everyone who says the hair shit, they're always white. And what you guys don't understand is in our community, being bald is cool and normal, right? Michael Jordan, The Rock, Tupac, DMX, like these were like the fucking biggest stars of all time, some of them, right? And they were bald, right? Like it's fucking Tate, Andrew Tate, he's half black. People keep calling me the fucking Black Tate. Tate's my man, but like Tate, we are the same amount of black. He just sounds like he walked out of a castle or some shit, right? Yo, I've been shaving my head since I was 16. Before I had a full head of hair, and I was just fucking shaving my head because Jordan was bald, Tupac was bald. Listen, I understand white guys are different. That's okay. You guys get hair transplants. That's cool. Because sometimes white guys be looking like they're from the future when they have when they have bald heads. But you know, in our community, it's like this is like cool. You know, like it's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. Right? Just max out your appearance. Really, take pride in yourself. You know, I just bought 8 tailored suits. 8. Not tailored suits, custom suits. I'm sorry, I bought 8 custom suits. Why? Because I can't buy suits off the rack, man. Because they make that for y'all, regular people, right? I'm over here looking like an Avenger. I'm over here looking like Luke Cage. Like a mini Luke Cage. Or the Oscar statue. They don't make suits for that. There's not enough of us that look like this, shaped like this. So I got to get them made for me. You know what I'm saying? So what is that? Wait, hold, the fuck was that? He's a crossbreed between LL Cool J, The Rock, and Andrew Tate. Listen, that's high praise. All right. Well, you don't see it?
No, I thought you triggered the audio.
Oh, no. Let's go. All right. So it's going to help you with it's going to help you with your appearance. It's going to be easier to network and make more money. Blah blah blah. All right. Then, now here's where it starts getting more different. You got to work hard. Now, every time I say this, some broke boy gets in the comments and say, you got to work smarter, not harder. Listen, you broke. You need to work hard right now because you ain't smart, right? If you was smart, you wouldn't be broke. Broke niggas can't work smarter. That's why they broke. You got to work harder, right? But even when you are working smarter, you don't work less hard. You go all out each day, right? Let me explain. There's a popular book called The Secret in the early 2000s. It's popular now, whatever. And if you watch the movie, the chick said that she read a book that opened her eyes, and that's kind of what the book, what the Secret was based on. She just made a more updated version of it. The book she was talking about was a book called The Science of Getting Rich by a man named Wallace D. Wattles, right? That's what the book is based on. And I read that book countless times before The Secret came out. I'm really old, right? And over in that book, Wallace wrote in all caps, multiple times per chapter, do all that can be done each day. I want to repeat that. Do all that can be done each day. Now, conveniently, that was left out of The Secret because it's not marketable, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, they read you to believe you can just like think some shit and and shit just happens like you a fucking X-Man or some shit, right? In my experience, that it doesn't work like that, right? Wallace said, do all that can be done each day. That's not even work hard, right? That's not hustle. That's work at capacity, all that can be done. And it's not sometimes, it's each day. Each day. Because, like, how can you lose if you do that? I've never seen somebody go all out and lose. I don't think you can. Like, really all out and lose. I don't think most of y'all have ever done it. Right? Because if you had done it, you probably have the shit that you want by now. Right? If you went all out 100%. Like, think about any goal you want to accomplish in life, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Think about any goal that you wanted to accomplish, but you didn't accomplish. Did you really go all out, like 100%? I bet you if somebody like kidnapped a family member of yours and said, yo, this motherfucker's going to die this time next year if you don't accomplish that goal, like you'd be able to do it, right? You know what I'm saying? So why don't you do it? Right? Why don't you do it? Right? You got to go all out. You got to build that work ethic. And you still work smarter. So when I first started, let's say on YouTube, and I started my online shit, YouTube and online businesses and everything, my first online fitness business, I was actually coding the website. ClickFunnels and all that other shit didn't exist, right? I was coding the website with HTML. I was writing all the copy. I was filming all the videos. I was editing all the videos. I was doing everything. I was a one-man show. I was doing everything. Now the smarter came because people saw me building momentum and they wanted to get on that train. Pause. And then I was able to start assigning different jobs to people. So right now, man, Nima's working the cameras and shit. I don't even know how to use this stuff, because it's outdated for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the new shit. And Nima and Harry are doing all the editing, and I got other people making the websites and writing the copy and sending the emails and doing all the other stuff. But I'm not working less hard. I'm still up at 4:30, 5 every day. I'm still doing all I can do, right? Now I just have leverage, but that doesn't mean I should work less. Take my foot off the gas like a punk. No, it just means I have leverage so we can do more. So the unit can do more. The team can do more, right? But you still work hard. Even when you're working smarter, you don't stop working hard. You get what I'm saying? You don't stop working hard. And then, but how do you work hard? How do you get the most out of each day? You got to manage your time. Bruce Lee said, don't waste time. No, Bruce Lee said, if you love life, don't waste time, because time is what life is made of. Right? So what does that mean? Well, it means that I manage every day. I go in every day with a plan. I know exactly what I'm doing. Hold on, don't show my shit yet. I'm gonna pull up the calendar. The calendar. Make sure I can show this shit on live. Let me put it on the month view. I want to put it on month view so you guys can really just see how I'm not fucking around on here. You can't really see it the way I want you to. All right. So if you look at my calendar, you can show it, man. Look on my calendar. You can see that I got every day kind of planned out. I know, like I don't leave a whole lot of white space on it. So let's look at like a random day. Boom. I had all types of shit that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had every hour of every day planned out. You know what I'm saying? Did they see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have every day planned out. But I have that every day planned out. Every hour of every day is accounted for. And sometimes things don't go exactly to plan, but I move things around. And if you want to know how to actually plan your day out and make your schedule out so you really succeed, join the Victory Unit. There's a free course in there called High Value Alpha Baller where I go into more detail. But if you don't manage time, man, then you're never going to succeed. Because time's the one thing you can't get back, man. Like, you can spend money, you can waste money, you can lose money, you can go broke and make money back. You can always make more money, but once that time is gone, it's gone forever. Right? So you got to manage it. And the better you manage it, the more victory you can get out of each day. So if you learn how to really manage your calendar and manage your time and work out the calendar, I can look at someone's calendar and I can tell you their fucking future. I know exactly how much time I'm gonna spend with my son. You know what I'm saying? Every week. I know how much time I'm gonna spend with my girl. I know when we're gonna be doing this. I know when I'm gonna be working on certain things. That the time is what? Allocated. I'm not leaving that shit to chance. It's all mapped out in my calendar. I know when my free time is going to be, my relaxed time, because you got to relax some so your brain can recharge. This is critical. It's a critical step. And when I see people say, man, I'm trying to do this, but I can't do it, the first thing I say, if you see me in the street and you tell me why you can't accomplish some goal, first thing I'm going to say to you is, well, let me see your calendar. And if it's blank, I'm like, oh, the fuck? You don't have a plan, dummy. Like, you might have a weird plan, but you don't have a plan for each day, for each month, for each fucking week. I know when I'm going to wake up tomorrow and when I'm going to go to sleep. I'm not out here doing this shit willy-nilly, hoping this shit works out. Nah, I got this shit planned. And that's why, if you've been watching me over the last 10 years on YouTube, it's been a consistent uptrend of victorious success. It's been an avalanche of success, but it's the calendar, right? It's really important. It's really important. And then that brings us to number 5. You have to learn how to delay gratification. So think about the first baller ever. The very first baller in human history. You know what he did? Instead of eating the fucking seeds, he planted them motherfuckers. That was what the first baller did. He planted them motherfuckers. And once he did that shit, then they can start building cities and they can stop being nomads. Oh, we can actually settle down in one spot and we don't have to move every few fucking days or hours. We can actually build a city here and we are their descendants, right? They delayed the gratification, right? So there's going to be times when you're going to want to play video games, jerk off or have fun or go out, right? But what if you can like not though? What if you can like focus on what you're trying to accomplish? Because instant gratification is really tempting because it sparks what? Dopamine, right? Dopamine is a chemical in your brain and it's similar to a lot of drugs. In fact, a lot of drugs work on your dopamine system, right? And video games and fun, instant gratification can be just that. But if you can put that aside and stop chasing dopamine and say, you know what, instead of doing what's fun right now, I'm going to do what's going to get me closer to my goals, right? Because majority of the time, the things that are good for you now are bad for you later. And the things that you don't enjoy now are good for you later, right? I don't eat cake, candy, and shit, but I understand that they're delicious when you have them right now. What happens if you keep doing that over an extended amount of time, right? You're going to be fat, right? The nutritious food is not the best tasting, typically, right? That's a great example, right? I don't like working out. A lot of people think I like working out. They look at me and they're like, oh, he must love it. I hate this shit. And if you like it, that's why you don't look like me, right? Because you ain't working out like me. If you work out with me, I mean, I trained some NFL players, had them motherfuckers throwing up. You wouldn't like it if you worked out with me. It's awful. That's why I look like me and you look like you, right? And that's okay. What I'm saying is I'd rather be doing something else. When the alarm went off today at 4:30, man, yeah, I wanted to stay in bed with my girlfriend. You seen this motherfucker? Of course I ain't want to leave. But I got to chase victory, baby. I got to chase victory. You know what it is. Now, here's the thing. If you do these things, you'll make more money. You'll improve your status, your network, and your appearance. If you have all 4 of these in order, you'll be like a 1% man. And here's the thing. Each one of these improves the other, right? The more money you make, of course, that's going to improve your status, right? You'll be able to afford the best food, the best nutrition, the best health clubs, the best clothes, right? Like if I didn't have some money, I couldn't have bought 8 custom suits the other day, right? And you'll have more network. You'll be able to network better, right? It'll improve that. But if you improve your status, of course, it'll be easier to make money, more opportunities. Obviously, people will want to know you because of your status. And then it'll be easier to improve your appearance because status is kind of like people will just look at you different, right? Then if you make if your appearance is improved, well, statistically, it's something called the halo effect. You know, statistically, man, I'll be honest with you, man, people who look better make more money, right? More people want to be friends with them. It's called the halo effect, and just it increases your status, right? And then, right, if which one did I leave out? Oh, your network. Now, let's say you got your network. Of course, man, you're gonna look better because you're kicking it with the ballers, you riding with the winners, right? You know what I'm saying? I've made a lot of money from like people who I work with, who I've been able to meet over the years, right? And it improves my status because, you know, some of these guys are real ballers. Like, you know, Tate's my friend. I didn't know he was going to be this famous, right? I was more famous than him when we met. And, you know, he just had a huge, but, you know, because me and my boys, that I'm sure I get some status off of that, you know? And it's cyclical. It all works together. You get what I'm saying? Does this make sense? Each one improves the other. So you got to focus on all, and those are the 5 ways to do that. All right. Make sure you join the free Discord, because I go way more depth in the free program that's in the Discord called High Value Alpha Baller. Check that out, and it's really going to help you. Right. This is how you're going to rise above mediocrity and actually stand out, because that's what we're doing here. That's what this is about. This is about not being like everyone. This is about actually fulfilling your potential, and this is what it's going to take. All right. And you are going to need discipline too, right? So I have another video that I want you to check out, all about how to build discipline, rock solid discipline. It's too much for me to go into now.
We can put the link below in the description. So we got some super chats, but let's do it after.
We're going to do it after,
Yeah.
right? Because speaking of network, right, and making money, see how your network makes you make more money? My man Romulus is somebody I was able to meet over the years. He used to be a hedge fund trader, right? I started learning. Well, I first learned about stock market from my boy Moneybird, my dog. He taught me about economics and everything and all that about the stock market. But Derek doesn't trade. He doesn't like to trade, and that's cool. I like to trade, right? And then I met Romulus, and we made so much money together. For a fact, before we even bring Romulus on, don't share my screen, because I'm afraid I might show something that I don't want them to see. Yeah, some of the stats, but I'll put it on the thing, because before we bring Romulus, you got to understand why this is so important and why you guys need to listen to him. Right? Hold on. Okay. Network disconnected and my phone's in the other room. All right. All right. Well, anyway, my account, my trading account is way up. If I can't say the number without showing them, because they won't believe it. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into the market recap with my man Romulus.
Mr. Brandon, how have you been the last couple of days?
Come on, man. I've been fantastic, man. We've been having an amazing time, you know, and some of these trades that we've been putting in.
Oh, look, it's been a great run. I'm, first of all, really excited. So grateful to be here with everybody before the holiday season. It's just an awesome time that we've been having. Trades are going, popping, money's coming into our accounts. We've been running hard, finishing up one of the most phenomenal years in trading history. Look,
come on, man.
You don't even have to be involved in the stock market. You don't even have to be a baller trader to know that 2022 has been gut-wrenching for almost everybody but us.
But us. You know what I'm saying? But us.
And it's almost as if the rest of the trading world backed up a truck and just handed us their money.
Yeah,
That's
man.
how it's been coming along. So we had a question as you were going through your discussion about making sure people are using their time correctly and ensuring all of that virtual generosity of taking care of your network, improving your health, and everything feeds off of itself positively. You had a question pop up. I don't know if you had an opportunity to see it, but someone said, hey, how do I get really through the barrier of making money, of gaining wealth? Because it just feels like I'm kind of stuck. And you know what, Brandon, I was there 25 years ago.
Man,
I was that
so was
guy.
I.
I'm telling you, I started my career on Wall Street, 67 Wall Street in 1994, and I was working my butt off for a couple of hard years, and I just kept thinking to myself, I'm not getting anywhere. And you know, when you start to think like that, you're spinning your wheels, you're on a treadmill, and you can't seem to get yourself off. And I don't know who you are who put that question up there, but I feel you right now because I was there. Brandon was there.
That's a fact.
And you click onto our Discord, you join that with us, and we will show you every single day ways that you can break out of that.
Come on, man.
I don't have any type of Einstein IQ. I didn't get a PhD in trading and economics and finance and accounting and all these business courses. No, I learned all this stuff by reading a couple of books, rolling up my sleeves, and getting into it.
For 2 decades.
Jumping in. That's how I did it. Jumping in. Okay. And we can help you guys do all of that stuff. Well, it's not going to take you 28 years either. That much I promise. I mean, Brandon, how long? We've only been working together for a little over 2 years. Is that
A little
right?
over 2 years. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
it's been an amazing experience. Like, you know, it's like, you know, my long-term count, you already know what that is, right? Everyone knows what that is. The buy and hold account. But my trading account, I wish Weeble was working on my iPad. I really
You know
want
what?
to show
And
him.
Brandon, as you're trying to do that, I just put my screen up here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Looks like everybody should be able to see that at your discretion there. And thank you so much for doing that, everybody. So again, we've had a phenomenal 2022. I'm not going to get too much into that right now, but every single day, come into the Victory Unit Discord. We're talking about trading. We're talking about health, wellness, longevity. We're talking about all the ways that we can use our time. Look, a couple of weeks ago, we had a number of people that joined up into the Romulus Legion from the Victory Unit. And I tell everybody that's new, all of us are given the same amount of time. We're all given 10,000 minutes a week. I don't care if it's me, you, or anybody in between, Elon Musk, or the poorest person you've ever met in your life. We all have 10,000 minutes a week. And I ask every new Centurion, give me 1% of that. Give me 100 minutes a week. 100 minutes a week. And then within a couple of months, you start putting big money into your pocket. In a couple of years, well, Brandon, it's only been a couple of years, right?
Come on, man.
It's only been a
I
couple
think
of
I
years.
can show him now. Hold
Okay.
on. I think I got it.
It's only been a couple of years, everybody. We're not talking about decades over here. It's only been a couple of years. So,
All right, so I'm gonna cover up the actual amount, but you can see it. Oh, I gotta put it in front of my face.
there
Right,
it is.
that's the last 6
72%.
months.
Yep.
That's the last, and that bottom line, that's the Dow, that's the
Yeah.
market, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that other line, that
Yeah.
top line, and
you know,
this is just my trading account, right?
Right. You were,
So this
you were
is just-
showing your calendar a few minutes ago, giving
Yeah.
everybody an opportunity to kind of see what you're doing every day. You're planning, you're mapping, you got your strategy together, you got your goals, you're checking off, you're moving along. Let me ask you this, Brandon. In the 2+ years that we've been working together and that massive rate of return that you just showed everybody, are you spending 90 hours a week doing nothing but trading?
No. I look at the market at night. I look at
Right.
it in the morning. I read your morning reports
Sure,
that
doesn't
you
take long.
that you send us.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there's a video in there that I watch that, and I don't even, matter of fact, because I work with you, I don't have to pay attention to all the other noise.
Right.
Right? It
But you
saved
keep
me time.
learning.
Like, you know.
Keep learning at the same time. I mean, I remember our conversations from 2 years ago versus when we talk about things today, because we talk about markets and trading together. You know, Brandon and I get on, we get on personal calls every couple of weeks just to catch up, brush up, and, you know, shoot the shit about this stuff, see how much money we're making, which is a lot.
man.
And I can tell you, everybody, the level of conversation, the discord that he's able to have versus 2+ years ago is night and day. And it didn't take him 90 hours a week. Don't you get the point? You
Yeah.
have to take that kind of time. So believe me, whoever put that question in there, I do feel you, but we can help you get through this.
Come on,
did
man.
it, Brandon did it, and we are helping hundreds and hundreds of other people. I mean, just in the last few weeks, you go to the Victory Unit Discord, you start asking around, you will meet
Go in there.
dozens, not one or two. You will meet dozens of people just in the last 3 weeks whose lives have already changed. They're
Come on, man.
already changed. Okay.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. So let's get into a couple of ideas real quick here.
Yeah.
Everybody watching this, red is down, green is up. So was the market, and that's today, was the market up or down, everybody? Was it up or down? It's quiz time. That's right. Old Professor Romulus is here from ancient Rome to give you a test. Was the market up or down today? So I'll answer that for you because, well, we're not sitting in the same room together.
Yeah.
But the market was down. I said, wait a minute, Romulus, how was it down? It's a green candle. You said green is up. I did say green is up. But the market opened so hot. It opened so high, and we just spent the entire day falling off a cliff. So the market went down today. At one point, you see
Oh,
the
it
Dow,
opened high because of the report.
Yeah, Brandon mentioned the Dow Jones. At one point, you see, so it closed up 103. But at one point, the Dow Jones was up almost 900 points today.
Wow.
Almost 900. So it gave up almost 800 points. What did it do all day? It didn't go up, everybody. It went down. It went down. And how could that happen when we had this massive, great news? Because the world's a big place, and there's a lot of things going on in that world. It's not just a tiny little inflation report. There's a lot of different factors involved. And we at the Victory Unit help you cut through all that noise and start putting that profit right into your pocket. As I like to tell people, what do I do for a living? I help you take money from the market and put it in your pocket.
Come on.
That's what I help you do. Okay? That's what I help you do. All right, so that's one thing. That's a bearish development, meaning that's a negative outcome for today. And the S&P tried once again to come up to that line. That tough line. That is a tough line. That line dates back all the way to the beginning of the year, January 2022.
You're talking about that purple trend line that you drew.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
That dates all the way back to the beginning of the year, almost a full year that this line has served as just a bitch of a
yeah. It can't get past it. It gets rejected every time.
It's been rejected every time. You know, did you know that kid back in high school who was rejected by the hot girls at the prom?
I got sent away to an all boys military school, so I did not
You
know
weren't.
that.
Yeah, that's no joke.
I was a bad kid. I got in trouble.
Yeah, that's no joke. So, I went to one of these public high schools, and there's always that kid that just gets rejected again and again. That's the stock market, everybody.
That's the stock
And
market.
Rejection not going to end overnight. Again, we've been talking about this for weeks. It's the bullish time of year, November, December, holiday season, and there's a lot of other factors at play that could put support in the market. But you come back to me in January, February, and March.
Come on,
and
man.
I'm telling you, there is almost a high probability this stock market is coming lower over the next couple of months. And if you're not ready, if you're not careful, that could be your undoing, and you don't want to have that happen. So that's one thing.
Is that still in play? What you said the last few weeks, that by the end of March we're gonna have it's gonna test that low.
Yeah. So the low I'm specifically talking about is the June low, which is right here.
Okay.
Not the ultimate one over here. We might get down here. We might even go through that. I'm not going to rule that out. But the highest probability outcome for right now between here and the end of June, so 3.5 months, is the market retests this area right here on either side by a couple of percentage points. So if that's the case, what are you in a hurry to chase a rally like this for? The smart money, the big people like us, we knew. Look, there were so many people that were getting long the market this morning that were buying stocks after this good news inflation report, and they just got crushed all day long.
Yeah, they bought at the top.
You didn't see me put out a buy alert after the news came out this morning. No. Matter of fact, we went short a couple of things yesterday.
Come on. I love going short.
And put it into our pocket. Those who are kind of nerding out with us. Let's get into the details here. This one right here, we went negative on this one right here, yesterday's close. And as it was falling during the day, ching, ching, ching. That's my little non-professional audio expertise there. That's money.
I bought more of that at the open.
Yeah. So how much did you make on that trade?
I mean, I shorted more of it at the open. I'll tell you what I'm up.
I mean, I'm sure that you made at least 20% on that trade altogether.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure of it.
I'll tell you right.
Quite sure of it. So that was one example of a trade that we put together recently. Bigger picture, though, you have to continue to maintain a lot of caution out there because days like this are not over. The bear market is not over. How much lower can it go? Look, it doesn't have to drop by another 50%. It only has to drop by 15% or even 12 or even 10 to completely ruin this Christmas that you've got planned unless you're planning correctly. Okay. Unless you're planning correctly. So the Fed is coming out tomorrow. They will raise interest rates. They will raise them by 50 basis points, which is 0.5%, everybody, for those playing at home. And then they're going to talk about how the oil prices have come down, which are right here. And the inflation has come down a little bit. The job market softened a little bit, at least by current standards. And they think that they can slow down the interest rate hikes. They can. They will slow the interest rate hikes. That goes without saying. But we're losing focus here. We think it's only, they're going to slow down. Look, the market won't really start going up until they do two things. They stop raising rates, not just slow it down. They stop raising rates, and then we start to smell out when they're going to cut the rates. And everybody, that's still a long time away.
They're not close to cutting rates. Like, I don't know why anybody's getting long right now.
They're not close to cutting rates. So there's two things that need to happen. First, they don't just need to slow it down. They need to stop, because one thing the Federal Reserve is not slowing down with, and this is something that no one talks about, they are not stopping draining $95 billion a month from the financial markets that they started doing a couple of months ago. They started that in September. From the start of COVID until a year ago, they were adding $120 billion a month. And by the way, where does that money come from, Romulus? Well, it comes from the basement. They go down to the Treasury basement and they print it out of thin air. They make it out of thin air. They don't earn it. They just make it out of nothing.
Right.
So that's free money, right? Well, no, it's not free money, because it turned into what? It turned into inflation. Exactly. It turned into higher prices for all the damn shit that we need to live. Housing, food, gas, clothes, everything else that impresses the ladies. Okay. So that is where the cost came in. But now, and by the way, when the Fed is adding 120 billion, let me repeat that phrase. They were adding 120 billion with a B every month, not every year. That was happening every month. Wow. Now they're taking out $95 billion a month. It adds up. Okay. It adds up. And now you see that damage going on in places like Europe, places like Brazil, places like China. These countries are all getting hurt by this kind of stuff, and it's not going to be over very, very fast. No. So we have still a bear market going on. We're trading. I mean, sometimes we go long. We picked this one up yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
That fat little trade right there. Okay.
You bought it at the bottom.
This was just nothing but a little bonus.
Yeah.
You know, I just kind of threw that out. I said, you know, I'm upstairs having a little lunch. Let me just toss this out there. So Santa sometimes throws a few extra presents out to the crowd. That's all that was. So we go long, we make money. We go short, we make money. The market does whatever it's going to do, and we keep making money.
Come on.
This has been actually, I think it might be my best year ever in 28 years.
Really? Bet more than 2020?
More than, well, yeah, and more than 208 in 2008, which I made money in 08.
Yeah.
It was the second worst year in American stock market history for everybody else. I made money in 08.
Come on, man.
But it wasn't as big, it wasn't as spectacular, and it didn't feel as easy as this feels.
It feels easier this year, and it's because I'm working more closely with you, you know, and I was trading, you know, my own devices. I had other coaches and stuff, and you know, I took other courses. But once we got together, I was like, oh shit,
it clicks, everybody. I'm telling you right now,
go.
it clicks. So, hey, Brent, I don't know if how you feel about this.
What's up?
But next Thursday, December 22nd, Brandon and I are putting together a webinar.
Yeah, okay? free training.
Yeah, we're going to do some free training. Okay, I've got here. This is a little picture of it. Okay, I don't know if you guys could put the link up there or somehow.
Yeah, we got the. Do you got the link for? Okay, no, it's in the victory unit. I can't give it. I can't put the link in.
Yeah. So as you're working through that and discussing that, it's again. Let me put this back up here. It's a week from Thursday. It's the 22nd of December. A couple of days before Christmas, before everybody wraps up and closes down for the year. 7:00. We'll just spend a couple of hours together, and I have a few surprises. I've got a report. Everybody that signs up and comes to the webinar, you're going to get a report that's going to completely knock your socks off. Okay, I promise you, it'll totally change everything you're looking at when it comes to 2022 and early 23 trading. And for those who show up and stay to the end, then following that, they'll also get a copy of my 2023 future recap for the whole year. All right, so 2 surprises for everybody. Hey. All you got to do, click the link, join us for next Thursday. That's 7:00 Eastern time. Brandon and I are going to, and I will show you, we don't always have a lot of time during this Tuesday night session to talk detail about how these trades are coming about. We show you the trades, but some detail about how they're coming about. We'll talk about some of that. We'll talk about how I've been able to rise to the top of the trading community and how it won't take you 28 years to do so. We'll talk about the mentality that it takes to get there and stay at the top of the trading and investing game. And we'll talk about how to answer to one of your listeners right now, specifically how it can happen for you. You can punch through it. Okay, I know I hit a wall for a while. This is 25 years ago, by the way, but I hit a wall a while ago, and we all do. It happens to all of us sometimes. But through the right training, through the right mindset, with the right trading muscles, I'm going to milk these metaphors to death, we can get through it together. Okay. You got to come into the Victory in the Discord. Like I'm just going to say that.
The link is right there in the Discord. The link is in the Discord. If you join, it's in the announcement section. Just join the Discord, man.
Yeah,
like you want to be in there.
Bullshitting. We are talking about some upper level stuff in there. Okay.
Yeah.
In just a couple of weeks, we've been able to train some great people to become so much better at trading and investing. And they'll tell you, you can interact with them. They will tell you this is really going on and it's happening now.
Yeah.
Okay. It's happening right now. So we want you with us. By the way, several weeks ago, there were some questions about cryptocurrencies as has continued to happen. And I remember when the Victory Unit Discord first opened, there was some discussions about that. And someone was asking about Bitcoin and other cryptos. I said, look, get your money out right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Get your money
I
out.
remember that.
Get your money out of the exchanges. Get your money out of all that stuff. And I remember people talking about FTX. They were talking about Binance. I said, get your money out. Get your money out.
Yeah. I own no crypto all year. I sold mine in the beginning of the year when you told me to.
Yeah, I got out last year. I took a 62% rate of return out of Ethereum. Thank you very much for that trade.
Come on, man.
It was a whole that took me a little bit longer to put together. It wasn't overnight, but I was able to put a lot of profit on that one, and I got out. Didn't get hurt one bit. But my point is, there were people I didn't know. There were people Brandon didn't know. They were just coming into the Discord, checking things out, kind of observing and talking a little bit about crypto. They didn't know who I was, and I just said, look, get your money out of these exchanges. And now FTX is gone. And now Binance is freezing withdrawals. And now Coin is going probably disappearing. And BlockFi is gone and all these bankruptcies. And that was just one little, again, just a little crumb. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, the bottom line is it's 28 years of experience. I've been doing this for almost 3 decades. Okay. I've been around the block. I was trained by the guys that practically invented this stuff. Come into our Discord, check it out, ask me a question. I cannot wait to give you an answer that's going to help and change your life. And I want to see every one of you on December 22nd, 7 p.m. Brandon and I will get a lot more detail about this. It's going to be awesome, and I'm very excited about it.
All right. Yo, I'm excited too, man. Romulus, thank you so much, man. And listen, join the Discord. Show up next Thursday if you want to learn more about trading, how you can get some of this money. And really, you know, you're going to learn a lot. It's going to help you. It's helped me so much, man. Like I know if something were to happen with business or whatever, I make enough money trading. Honestly, I really make enough money trading where like my lifestyle wouldn't take a big hit, you know. And that gives me a different kind of confidence.
Also, the link to register is right below.
Oh, just if you want to go straight to the register, but you should, you know what I'm saying? It's right. We got it in there too now. All right.
All right. Do you want to get into super chats?
Yeah, let's get into super chats. Thank you, Romulus. What we got over there, man?
Got a couple of shout outs.
All right.
Shout out to Lance Goodall for 1999.
Oh, he just gave a shout out. Hey, man, thanks, bro.
That's it.
Hey, man, sometimes they just drop cash, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some real baller shit. They just
Still gotta give
throwing
them a
money
shout
around.
out. We got Mims143, Brandon Yu, Andrew Tate, Rolo, Refresh and Fit, and so many others have truly inspired me to become better. Sincerely wanted to thank you.
Hey, man, I'm glad we can help, man. I'm glad we can help, man. Them the homies. Them the homies, you know.
We got Chris. Thoughts on leaving a $150K job to pursue entrepreneurship? Best plan of action for leaving steady, secure pay.
All right, here's what you do. I'm gonna break this down for you because a lot of people will tell you, "Oh, just burn all your boats and just quit," and that's fucking retarded. So what you want to do is you got your job, right? You got your job, right? However money you're making here, you said you're making 150. That's cool. These money signs will represent that, right? Then you got your biz. Do them simultaneously, right? You said you want to pursue entrepreneurship, meaning it's probably not making money right now, right? It's something you want to do, which is cool, right? That's good. You know, you only work 40 hours a week, maybe 50 hours a week on average, right? You got to remember, you know, think about this, man. Like you work 40 hours a week, boom. You sleep 56 hours a week, right? So what is this? 96. right? But there's 168 hours in every month, right? So you got, every week, there's 168 hours in every week. Right now, you got to cook, shower, shave, but you still got a lot of time left, right? So you wouldn't spend that amount of time on your biz, right? You can still put in 30, 40 hours a week on your biz or whatever you can afford, right? And then what you want to do is, a lot of people don't tell you not to save, but you should save. Save, right? So you're working on your biz, right? What's going to happen is you're going to make your first dollars, right? What you want to do is you want to move that money over here, right? You want to move that money over here, keep doing what you're doing, right? Boom. And then you keep moving that money over here, right? And then eventually you get to the point where this is making more money. Oh, okay, still cool. What do? You still move that money over here, right? Why are you doing that? I'm gonna tell you why, right? And then that continues for a while, but now your biz is making as much money as your job. It's gonna take longer, right? But you also have this now, okay? Because you're gonna cut this out now. You're gonna cut this out. You're gonna quit, but it's okay because your business is making as much money as your job. Fantastic, all right? Here's the thing is you still new with business and a lot can go wrong, right? And you don't know what can go wrong, right? So you still got enough money. This should be at least minimum 6 months of expenses. This is what I would do. This is what I did, right? I worked a bunch of different jobs and I had 6 months of expenses saved up. So if shit hit the fan, I had 6 months to recover. I knew I had enough money for 6 months to recover. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have to dip into that, but that gives you a different kind of confidence, right? Because you don't want to go in there. There's a difference between really wanting to accomplish something and being serious about it and determined and being needy. Like, oh my God, I gotta have this or I won't eat, right? That's a different energy, right? And if you're in business, you can't have that needy energy. You got to be like, yo, man, this is my shit. I got it. What's up? You know what I'm saying? You can show them the value and they want to exchange currency as a result. But if you go in there with that needy energy, they're going to be like, it's weird. It's like, it's repulsive, right? Neediness repulses money. And it's kind of like, imagine your dream girl, right? Your dream girl, the girl you really have a crush on. Like, your perfect girl. Imagine your perfect girl. Everything about her is just exactly what you want, right? And she just slides into your DM, give me the dick right now. I gotta have it, please. Right? You might be like, whoa, what the? You might think something's wrong, right? That needy energy is like just really, it's repulsive because people think, wait a minute, what's wrong? It's like kind of like if I pull it up to you, yo, I got this Lamborghini, man. I sell it to you right now, man. $20,000 right now. We got to do it right now, man. You want to do it? You might want the Lamborghini. You might want it for $20, but something about that wouldn't feel right. It's a weird thing. It's like, it's energy. You got to have that calm confidence energy. And that 6 months of savings gives you that, right? You're not up at night sweating. Not knowing if you can pay the bills is like the worst feeling in the world. You don't want that. You want to go to sleep sound. Hey, if shit hits the fan, I got 6 months of savings. And because the irony is, because you have this, you probably won't need it. Because you're more confident and you'll go in with a different kind of energy. You feel me? And it's just safer. Because let's say you do need it. What the fuck you gonna do? What the fuck you gonna do, right? You're gonna work hard. What if the business fails, right? A lot of businesses fail, right? I've had businesses that have failed, for sure. I don't like talk about it too much, right? But it's happened for sure, you know what I'm saying? And, it happens. Most businesses fail. And, I'm going to be honest with you. Most businesses fail. They have a huge failure rate, right? So you want to make sure that you're in the right position, right? But the energy you have from having this confidence, knowing you're going to be all right, you probably won't fail. They'll probably be more likely to succeed, right? Think about if you were walking a tightrope and there's a net underneath it, right? I mean, you'll be nervous, but you're more confident. You less adrenaline, less apprehension, less trepidation. You'll probably perform better as a result. When that net's going, it's like, oh right? Now you got a different kind of adrenaline, you know, different things going through you. It's not a cool place to be. It's stressful, right? You want to be calm. I got this. Calm confidence, you know, and you're more likely to be victorious.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, hey man, I killed that shit for him, man. Let me give myself a round of applause. That's what happens when you give me money, man. You give me money, man. I'm over deliver every time. That's what I do. That's what I do.
That's true. That's true.
That's true. It's true. Was there another one? Or is that it?
No, there's more. Shout out to Chris.
All right.
Now we have Cole. Appreciate the
Hey
content.
man, my brother. You know.
Another super chat from Sobrato. Brandon, people take it easy and get lazy during this holiday season. If the government decides when you get a holiday or a day off, you will not be as successful than those who outwork you. Thoughts?
Oh, if you work for the government and you got a holiday, that's cool. I mean, like, listen. So if we go back to what I was saying before, I think you should be doing this anyway. Like, if you got a job, like that can't be your only source of income, right? My man Moneyberg says that job stands for just over broke, right? So you always want to have something popping, right? Let's say I was just a guy and I worked the fucking post office. And let's say I didn't even have any skills, right? I didn't have a lot of skills. I didn't know how to run a business. I mean, I'm a hustler, right? I would fucking, I get off the shit. I'm off today. Yo, I'm driving Uber all day. You know what I'm saying? I would still hustle. That's who I am, right? So you can still hustle, even if it's fucking deliver Uber Eats. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do, I would still hustle. I would still, even if it's a biz or a hustle, whatever it is, like, don't let your job be your only source of income because, like you said, you're not in control. Like, you don't decide how many hours you get. You don't decide when you're off and when you're all on. You don't decide how much money you can make unless you have a commission-based job. Then you have some more autonomy and you have more control over your income level. But if your shit is capped, right, then you don't want to hustle. You still want to have some sort of hustle, even if it's just Uber, fucking Airbnb in your room or some shit. It could be literally anything. You could be washing cars. You know, I knew a guy, I swear to God, man, he was like a paralegal. He's like about to be a lawyer, I think. And while he was on his law shit, when he got off, he was working with us at the moving company. He was like, yeah, I just do this part-time to make some more money, hustle, put it aside. And I like really respect that. He had like a good paying job. It wasn't what he wanted. While he was working towards where he wanted to be, he was still hustling because it wasn't Uber and shit out back then, you know? Yeah, man, don't listen, man. There's a lot of hours in each day. You guys need to do this. Everyone should do this exercise. I mean, I know we do it every time, but it bears repeating, right? How many hours a week do you sleep on average? How many hours a week do you sleep? Right?
It's also in one of your videos.
What do you say?
It's also in one of your videos.
It's in a lot of my videos. I'll make them do this every time. They're going to do it again now. How many hours a week do you sleep? Right? How many hours a week do you work? Oh, fuck. Right. How many hours a week do you work? Right? You might know that. On average, how many hours a week do you work? Right? All right. If you're watching Victory Talk, then I'm sure you work out. How many hours a week do you work out? Boom. And then if you got family, spouse, girlfriend, we'll just call them family for right now. Lump it all together. How many hours a week do you spend with them on average? Right? And these are only 4 things a man has to do. Yes, I know you got to shower, you got to take a shit, but like that's not like a big fucking, you're not shitting 40 hours a week, bro. Like take it easy. I'm talking about the big things, right? Pause. And add all these up. What number do you have? Right? And then you subtract that from 168. That's how many hours there are in every week. What do you got left? How many hours do you have left? And whatever that is, I mean, listen, these are the only 4 things you have to do. You don't have to play video games. You don't have to jag off all day or whatever the fuck you motherfuckers do. Go to the club, get high, smoke weed. You know, yeah, man, you need to be out here getting that money. You know what I'm saying? And like, what I did was, when I was struggling, I devoted all that time to the allocation of capital, whatever that meant. I mean, there was one point I was passing out flyers. I spent one New Year's coming up. I spent one New Year's Eve, swear to God, I remember this shit, in Times Square, passing out flyers for Fandango. It was like, I don't know how much, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was like, yo, I need that extra money, right? So my hands were freezing in Times Square, passing out flyers for Fandango. Came to the crib, went to sleep, woke up New Year's Day, helping motherfuckers move, working at the moving company. I was not fucking around when it came to getting this money. Y'all need to not be fucking around either. Yeah. What we got?
We got Matt Danley.
Yeah.
Just giving out money here.
Just come on, man. Hey, yo, I respect it. I respect it.
We have Modern Life.
Yeah,
Reading.
yo, the homie. What's up, man? That's my dog. Y'all, if y'all like women and shit, y'all gotta respond to my. You gotta subscribe to my man, Modern Life Dating, man. He's the one you need to look to for that. You know, his shit is legit. His shit is legit. Real solid dude, man. That's my dog. Real smart. Real like super smart. Intelligente. You know what I'm saying? What he saying?
Shout out to the big G all the way from Tokyo.
All the way from Tokyo, man. First nigga in Tokyo. Right? First nigga in Tokyo, man. Shout out to Modern Life Dating out here getting it. That's my dog. If y'all like women and shit, and y'all want more of them. follow his page, man. It's me, para hombre, no hablar. No más chicas. No más chicas. Por favor. No más. Oh, money. I like this name. What are you talking about?
Money moves.
Money moves. Yo, man, let's shout out to the name.
BBC, how do we increase our belief that if it's even possible to make millions? Nobody in my family or around me has ever done it besides you, my G. I notice I fall off because I feel I'm getting nowhere.
Yo.
Great question.
I'm sorry, my fault. That's a good question. I actually had an advantage in that regard because those of y'all know my story. I grew up in Chicago South Side, poor and shit. I didn't see my dad a lot because he had his own business. He lived with us. My parents were together, right? But he was always hustling. He was always gone. He worked really hard, like a hard working dude. And I didn't see him a whole lot, maybe a few times a week. It would be like an event when dad came home because he was always flying around trying to get this business off the ground. And we were struggling. He was going hard. Like mom didn't have a car. She used to wake me up at like 4:35 and walk me to preschool in the Chicago snow, right? It'd be below freezing and she walking with a toddler. We got robbed at gunpoint. Nigga put a gun in my face, right? That's how I grew up. I was like 4 or 5 years old. Fast forward, I get sent to military school. That's when his business finally started taking off, right? It took him a long time. The internet didn't exist back then, like legit didn't exist. So it took him longer, like, you know, to really make it happen. But he stuck with it. He made it happen. And by the time I graduated from military school, he was making about $3 million a year, right? And it didn't start picking off till I was gone, so I didn't really experience it. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $8 million a year, right? He was fucking rich by the time I graduated from high school. Then I go off to college, Howard University. By the time I'm out, he fucked all the money up. He fucked all the money up, right? So I literally didn't experience anything. I knew what happened though, because like he killed himself briefly after, and all the money was gone. I didn't experience any of it. I was gone for the entire experience, but I knew it happened. You get what I'm saying? It's like he broke the 4-minute mile. And that left a huge impact on me, even though I didn't experience it. What does that mean for you? Right? You really got to do whatever you can to get around more people who are balling, right? Who are actually making it happen, because it's going to feel more real. Because even though I saw him do it, I still, that probably helped me believe that I can go for it. But it wasn't really until I met Elliot Holtz, who was my mentor, and he was the first dude I seen in fitness become like a millionaire, just online training, right? And YouTube. And I was like, holy shit, it's real. And Elliot gave me a lot of game. I ain't gonna lie. Elliot gave me a lot of game, and I'm forever indebted. But what he did the most for me was he let me know it was possible. Like, he broke the 4-minute mile, right? And the reason I use that analogy so much, because all of human history, they didn't think people could run that fast. Like, doctors would say that people's hearts would explode, and they just didn't think it was possible until Roger Bannister did it. He broke that 4-minute mile. But the craziest part of the story to me is he only held the record for like a few months until someone else broke it. And then hundreds of people broke it that year. But it wasn't like a huge leap in evolution. Like, human evolution is like they just saw it happen and they believed it and they started to go for it, And I think my dad and Elliot did that for me. And I hope at some way I'm helping y'all do that, right? Like, y'all can come from nothing and still make it happen. Like, my dad had made some money for a few years, but I wasn't there for it. I didn't experience it. I didn't reap any of the benefits, the tangible benefits, but the fact that I seen him do it. I was like, oh shit, if you go hard for 10, 15 years, you can make something happen. So that's what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's worked out well. Right, so you get whatever it is. Even if you got to work for the dude for free, work for somebody for free. I mean, I'd advise against that, right? But if you got to do what you got to do, right? You need not only you need experience, you need to be around it, because it's going to feel more real. Even when I first moved to New York, I moved to a neighborhood in Queens called Forest Hills, and I think like Donald Trump is from over there, and I couldn't really afford it. I had like a shitty place over there. But over the train tracks, over the Long Island Railroad, there was like mansions. This place called Forest Hills Gardens. And I would walk through there or drive my bike through there. And I wanted to be immersed in it. I wanted to see it every day. I wanted to feel that successful energy. And it ain't, I don't want to believe, I'm not trying to tell you it's like some law of attraction, magic shit. I'm not trying to tell you I'm an X-Man, right? But what I am trying to tell you is that if you don't believe it's possible, if you don't see it, it's going to be very difficult to believe it. And if you don't believe that it's possible, you're not really going to go after it. And that's probably the worst part about growing up in the hood, right? Because it feels hopeless. I remember that shit. That's why I never went back. I mean, I would go to visit in college, but once my dad died and I moved my mom out away from Chicago, it's like I ain't never going back to the South Side. I don't go visit the South Side. Right? Because it's a different feeling. I'll go to like hoods in other cities if I need to for whatever reason, but I just won't go back there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to relive that shit, because that feeling is palatable. So do whatever you can, move to a better neighborhood, join the best gyms, whatever you can to get around some different people, because you'll start to believe in, and that'll give you the push you need to take that next step.
We got Real Bobby Trauma with a 5.
Come on,
Big
man.
Love needed this.
Yo, shout out to Real Bobby Trauma, man. That brother's going some places. That brother's going places, man. He be on he listen to Victory Talk every week, man. How you not gonna win?
And the podcast.
Come on, man. He ain't not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Any tips for somebody balding in their mid-20s? Yeah, man, shave that shit. I've been shaving my head since I was 16. It's dope. You ain't got to worry about a comb. Right? You ain't got to worry about what you can put on a hat and then take it off and not care what happened. It's dope. I don't know why your hair is overrated.
More time to make money.
Come on, man. More time to make money. Think about the money. All right. Think about the money you spend barbershops, right? Now, take that over like to you my age, right? 20 years of barbershops. That's a lot of cash, man. And not to mention the fucking time you spend. Motherfuckers in there cracking jokes, talking about football or some shit, right? It's like, I don't even have to do that. I just shave the shit every morning. It takes less than 2 minutes. I'll put on, I have a song on, and I'll be done shaving my face and my head before the song is over. You know what I'm saying? You want to be careful with that, though, because like I've cut my head dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be careful about that. I done sliced my fucking head open dancing. You know what I'm saying? I need a one dance. So be careful with that. But it don't take long, man. Yo, just shave that shit, man. Fuck it. Especially if you black. It's cool, man. We've been doing this shit. Jordan, Tupac, The Rock, King Keto. Come on, man. Say that shit. Ain't nothing.
We got fajita.
Or make some money and get the hair transplant. Those are your options. That's cool too. If you go ahead. I'm sorry. What fajita talking about, man? What was it? Vagina was a hello? Oh, fajita. My fault. My fajita.
I have a pawn shop type business.
Aight.
I will buy inventory that I can't pass up. I'm broke in the middle of the month.
Fuck. Damn. He still gave that $10. Pawn shop type business. Was that like a question or a statement? That sounded like a statement.
I was
Yeah,
waiting for
yeah.
the question.
All right. No, what was the question? No, go
that
back.
was
What
a
was the
statement.
question?
There wasn't no question.
There was no
Oh,
question.
it was just that was
It
just
was
a
a
statement.
statement, but I was waiting for the question.
Nah, I think, but I listen, man. All right, here's the thing. You got a business. Shit ain't popping right now. Maybe it's seasonal for whatever reason. Something's going on. Listen. I want all of y'all to do this. If you ever hear yourself saying you broke, you can start driving Uber tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You can start driving Uber tomorrow. I was in New York and I would order Uber Eats all the time. That's how I ate. I don't cook food. So sometimes people would bring that shit over a lot of times on foot. On foot. Like, motherfuckers ain't got no car. They just walk in the snowstorm. Oh, why am I broke?
That's the question.
I'd have to know more about your business model and like your marketing. There's one or two reasons why it's not working. It's either every business is kind of two business, right? It's the product or service that you're offering, right? People don't, it could be that, or it's the marketing and sales of that product or service, right? It could be either one or a combination of it, right? Now, the better the product service, the sales don't have to be as good, right? But if you get great sales and great product or service, then you in good shape. Now, I'm assuming you have the inventory. Did he say he had the inventory?
No, he didn't mention anything.
Yeah, I
about
didn't
it.
mention that.
All right. Well, let's assume you have the inventory. You probably need to work on your sales skills a little bit.
Yeah, that's.
I overbuy inventory. I can't. Okay, that's right. So he's got mad shit. You gotta sell that shit, bro. All right. So what's the best book on sales? I want to give you something. I want to give you something to help you right now. I don't have a good sales resource. I mean, I guess The Way of the Wolf is good by one of my mentors, Jordan Belfort. Like I paid him to be one of my mentors at one point. His book is good. Man, there's a book called The 1 Minute Salesperson. Read that one first. The 1 Minute Salesperson. All right. Read that one first because it's a quick read and it's simple. But when I worked for Abbott Laboratories, it was an internship I had in college in a big Fortune 500 pharmaceutical company out of Chicago. And I was working with their sales team, and the sales manager said, "Listen, just read this book. This is all you really need, right?" Now, I wouldn't agree with that. He's killing. He buys faster. And he said, "Okay, so stop doing that." Stop. Oh, you killing it. All right, man. So it's not. Well, listen, being even better at sales is not going to hurt. For real. Like I remember my dad, one of the things he told me, remember, my dad didn't know how to keep money, but he learned how to make it. Right. And he said, if you learn sales and get good at it, you'll never go broke. Right. Because they always need salespeople. You can always just go sell some shit. And that skill set is giving me a lot of confidence because I've been doing sales my whole life. And plus I learned a lot from him. And, he was making $8 million at one point doing, he was doing sales for his own company. He was the only person doing sales. And, I that skill set, it's not something that you get good at and be like, all right, I'm good at it. No. Like statistically, when on paper, my closing rate, I'm like one of the best in the world. Like I'm up there with the best, right? Anyone who's better than me, they wouldn't embarrass me. You get what I'm saying? Like anybody who's like better, they wouldn't embarrass me. Like I'm competitive. I'm world class at that shit. And I still went to the Wolf of Wall Street and paid him like $20K for mentorship. You know what I'm saying? Like one-on-one to get better. Right. And I'll find some more. Like, cause that's not something you get good at. It's something you keep getting better at. You never stop. I'm sorry. What else we got for super chat? Is there anything more? I hope that helps you, bro. 1 minute salesman, just get it, read it. It's a quick read. I'm sure you'll be able to learn something from that, man. But
It says thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Chill out with the inventory, man. I know, I get it. You just a hustler, man. You see some shit, you want to get it, but you got to eat too, bro. Yeah, man. But I'm proud of you. I'd rather you be too aggressive. I'd rather you make a mistake of aggression than a mistake of timidity.
We got Everyday Hustle.
Come on, man.
Respect BBC. What will you do if you're feeling depressed or low energy after putting in crazy hours work and discipline for a long period of time?
Yeah. Cocaine. No, I'm just joking. You know what I'm saying? Joking. That was a joke. I ain't never did cocaine. Like I've been there, right? I had I told you, y'all know my story. I had a bunch of jobs and I just take a lot of caffeine, man. Like my caffeine tolerance is super high, bro. And I got good at taking naps if I needed to. Like sometimes I'll take like a 30-minute nap and get right back to it. I'm good at falling asleep fast. And if you're exhausted, maybe you will be too. But a 30-minute nap, you'll be a little tired for the next 20 minutes until the adenosine works out. It's a hormone that comes from when you sleep. But once that wears out, it's like you back. You ready to put in the work. I didn't sleep last night. Yeah, not at all. I didn't sleep last night, because I'm doing a 48-hour fast, and sometimes when I fast, I can't sleep, and just on it, man. A lot of caffeine. I took enough caffeine today to get you kicked off your high school, your college football team, man. Get you disqualified from the Olympics. Maybe one day they'll have some health ramifications, but not today. I have enough money to fix whatever it is. Give me a new heart. Some money. Give me a new heart. All right, David. What David talking about?
We got David. Love and respect.
Love and respect to you, bro. Love and respect to you.
I'm ready for the next segment.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. Oh shit. Oh yeah, it is ready for the next segment. You see what it says. Start getting ready for bed. No, it says go. That's not what it said. All right. Next segment. I think. Which one should we do? Because we only got time for one more. Yeah.
Either the book, I would say. Actually, that's me. Okay. I would say.
I would do pimping.
Yeah.
Pimping or slipping?
Because you can do the book next week.
Yeah, all right.
Pimping or slipping next week.
All right. Is it pimping or slipping, or is it balling or falling? Which one is it?
Ooh, balling or falling.
Ooh. Balling or falling. Let's go. Balling or falling? So we all know the homie Diddy had a new baby this week. Congratulations to him and his new baby mama, right? You know what I'm saying? Diddy's a friend of the show, friend of the pod. You know, he reposted me on Instagram once, right? He's an amazing producer, you know, prolific father, but he's also one of the best quote pickers of all time, right? Whoever edits this in the future, put it the quote. When Diddy reposted me, man, so I got to show him love. Plus, he went to Howard University just like me, you know, but he had another baby mama. He had another baby. Let me bring it up. Hold up. Okay, Diddy baby mama, man. He had a mystery baby mama. It's lit. She looked like a million other chicks I seen on Instagram. But yeah, that's what's up, man. She's 28. She's a cybersecurity specialist. She secured that bag. Didn't she? She secured that bag, you heard? Shout out to her. She might be baller of the week. Hold up, we gotta mix it. Play the baller of the week. Play the baller of the week. She's also baller of the week. We're doing them in tandem. We're doing them together, right? So, because Diddy's a billionaire with a B. He was baller of the week before for being a billionaire, right? And then just in time, she popped out the baby right after perfect timing. Perfect timing. That's why she baller of the week. And, you know, here's the thing, though. Here's where it gets a little messy. Because Diddy kind of had a girlfriend, right? You know what I'm saying? Young Miami from the City Girls. Babe, how does the song go? City Girl song? How it go?
I have no idea.
Yeah, just sing it right quick. The
I
people,
don't.
I can't
I've
play
been
it because
home.
of copyrighted, but if you sing it, it'll be all right.
I've been home for so long that I forgot how it
Oh, I got you. All right. All right. So how far should I go? She kind of went on a Twitter rampage and she got it with the homie academics.
Should I share it?
Yeah, she got in it with the homie academics on Twitter. Because how far should I go?
You gotta go the other way.
I'm going down.
No, I started off where you were supposed to start.
Oh, my fault. All right, tell me when to stop.
Right there.
All right, down.
You can leave it there.
All right, where we at?
Academics. The
Oh
bottom.
yeah, academic said some shit, and what she say? What she say? The big acts in the building.
Oh, you want me to read it?
Yeah, you read it.
Academics, my name ain't Dick, so keep it out your mouth. You're the type of my uncle doing life sentences for bitch ass.
Damn. Yo, man, you disrespecting Big Ack? That's the hey man. Big Ack, friend of the show. You know what I'm saying? Big Ack don't take no disrespect. All right. Then what else she say, man? Sit your fat, scary ass down in the house. All day talking online. Come outside, police ass booty boy. I ain't never heard that combination of adjectives. You know what I'm saying? She called him a police ass booty boy. Listen, yeah, she better not fuck with Big Act, man. I seen him turn up. You know what I'm saying? I seen him turn up in person. It's a sight to behold. All right. Bitches be like, I can never. I can, bitch. That's the difference. All right. She started going on a tirade. Right. She started going in. Now, mind you, Jerichi's going in because her boyfriend just had a baby with another chick.
Boyfriend?
Well, yeah, he said he's single, but they together. All right. Anyway, she said, but what I like, so we want to know if she's pimping or slipping. You think she's slipping, right? No, or balling or falling. You think she's falling, right?
I think she's falling.
I think she's balling because she's sticking by her man like a good woman. Yeah, he got some Asian chick pregnant. It happens. That don't mean he don't love her. That don't mean he's a good man. She's sticking by her man. That's a solid woman. It's a good woman. It's a good woman.
She's
Go ahead.
tweeting a bunch of random shit so she doesn't look like a bum.
Listen, I think she's just standing up for her man. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? And he said, yo, Diddy
ain't her
wouldn't
man.
listen to her standing up for her man. Diddy wouldn't even look at y'all bitches. She wouldn't even look y'all bitches way. Majority of y'all praying upon a fallen star. Bitch, please. Let's give Johnny Miami round applause. Stick by your man. Yeah, he fucked some bitch that we don't know. We don't know. That don't mean he don't love you just because he had a baby with someone else. Listen, this is a good woman right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad. I'm trending. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. You gotta look at the positive. You gotta look at the positive, right? You gotta look at the positive. Then she just says randomly, "Shut up." I felt that. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. She talking. I think she was talking to you, babe.
Talking to herself. Because she didn't at no one.
Yeah. It was all of y'all hating, man. Hating on her and Diddy's love, right? Yo, I want to laugh. Let's laugh. Ha, 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 ha. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, man, look at the bright side, right? I don't want a man because y'all be in my DMs. All right.
Oh, so does she want him or not?
She was talking about she don't want no other man. She gonna stick by her. She gonna stick by her man. She said because y'all be in her DMs. Diddy ain't in her DMs. Diddy just call. Diddy send the fucking jet, pick her up, like a real nigga. You gonna listen like a real nigga, right? Speak on it. It's cool for a man to consistently harass me online, right? That I don't know. What? All right, my computer's mad far away from me, so like,
you took lead.
I took lead, man, because I ain't like how you was reading her shit.
Because she looking crazy.
No, because she a good woman. That's what she is. She balling, right?
It's cool for a man to consistently harass me online that I don't know. He did the same shit when my car got shot up. He laughed when I almost lost my life. Find somebody else to play with. I can react however the fuck I want to.
Oh, she's talking about Big Ack? She better watch that, man. I seen Big Ack turn the fuck up. All right?
You know
I seen
funny?
Big Ack turn. I was right there. I ain't know what to do. I never seen no shit like that. I ain't never seen a nigga turn up on a girl like that before. She better watch that. Big Ack don't take no disrespect. Listen, my big Ack shooting back. What'd he say? Nick Cannon would never.
Nick Cannon would never. Nick Cannon woman would never. He having a mental breakdown the day when he announces a new baby. I'm just saying, straighten up. Y'all be knowing what y'all sign up for.
Get him, Ack. Get him, Big Ack. But you know what? Fuck. All right, look at this shit. Hold on. What is shit?
It's time to go to sleep. You can't see it.
You can't.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Go to sleep.
I'm staying up past my bedtime for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't like them having beef with each other. I fucks with Big Ack, and I like them. I like that Young Miami is standing by her man. I like that about her. You know what I'm saying? Who's having to make? I think they just make it. There's just misconception. I think they can talk it out. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to figure out when I was mad or having a mental breakdown. Bitch,
now.
I'm in La La Land with my feet up, smelling my flowers. Y'all mad. You screaming at your screen, calling me out my name, punk. I'm not illiterate like that. The screen is mad far away. I promise you it's mad. That's why y'all can't see it on this camera. Show them this camera. This one. Screen is like way over here. All right. Damn. Then Big Ack go back. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm praying for your healing. Because right now you sounding like someone who found out the news via TMZ just like everybody else. Yo, one thing about Ack, yo. All right, so here's the thing. This is what you guys should know. motherfuckers who do this shit, this is why you don't see me arguing with people on the internet. Because motherfuckers who do this shit will outdo you in this shit. They got way more reps. They have way more time under the bar, right? They've been doing this shit. I do not get into any of these online warrior niggas because that's what they do. And Big Act, he does this shit professionally, right? I wouldn't, if Big Act said some shit about me, I would probably just shut up, right? Not because I'm afraid of him, just because he gonna do this shit better than me. Case in point. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just ignore everybody. Motherfuckers make videos about me, YouTube videos about me, talk crazy. I just let them, listen, man, you good at that shit. I'm good at other shit. I ain't gonna beat you in your own domain. You know what I'm saying? What did she say? Anyways, Cat, what'd you say?
Anyways, on set of Carisha Please, about to start my glam soon.
You know what I'm saying? Huh.
It's a bunch of tweets that you're going to have to go up and down of.
All right, now what was Big Act talking about?
You read it.
Oh, I read them all?
But you stop right there. He has one that says, Young Miami mad at me for pointing out the obvious. You said you and that go together real bad. That had another baby with another woman. You the side chick. Don't get mad now. At least you get hella gifts. Live your life, queen.
Yo, that's I think it's just a misunderstanding. I think they're on the same page. I think it's just a misunderstanding. I'm gonna try to bring them together. I'm gonna hit up Diddy. I'm gonna DM him. I mean, he reposted me that one time. We ain't never talked. We did talk once. And one day I'm gonna tell the story about when I met Diddy on here. It's a funny story, but he won't remember me. But anyway, I know Ack.
Also, you tell your business. Of course, we're gonna comment.
Nick Cannon's woman would never. Brother Love must. Yo, read that one. That's the fun.
Brother Love must have left the Young Miami message questioning him on Red because she got all the time to be on Twitter. Mad I called her a side chick.
Yo, okay. Here's where we're gonna go. Like, take it off. Don't put it on my screen yet. I want to pull up that shit I sent you. Hold up. All right, hold up. Okay. What did Diddy say? This is what Diddy posted. Shout out to Diddy. Yo. Yo,
Young
you gotta
Miami
read that.
Is not my side chick. Never has been, never will be. She's very important and special to me. And I don't play about my shorty walk. I don't discuss things on the internet, and I will not start today.
Word.
So think what you want, but know that if you do something to hurt mine, I'm going to go come to your house and we're going to talk about it like
All right.
human beings.
All right. Hold up. Listen. First of all, shout out to Diddy for standing up for his woman. Still taking her back, right? Real nigga shit, right? Now, Big Act. Listen, you may not know like I know. Maybe you do. I don't know what you got going on. I know Diddy, you see him dancing and shit. This motherfucker is for real. like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know some shit, man. Like, okay, for example, there was this part. Nas had a video called Hate Me Now, and Diddy was in it. Classic song. And in the beginning, there's Nas and Diddy on a cross like Jesus and shit, right? Diddy said, yo, that don't sit well with me as a Christian. After he filmed it, he said, I don't want that in the video. And they was like, nah, we're going to put it in. He said, no, I don't want that in the video. Allegedly, right? Let's say, Diddy, I ain't trying to try snitch. I think I heard this shit from Nas, right? This is Nas said this shit. Steve Stout, some niggas ran up in Steve Saul's office. I don't know if Puff was really involved, right? They ran up in Steve Saul's office and beat the shit out of him with champagne bottles. Fuck that nigga up. And there's mad other stories. Like, even during all that death row shit in New York, like, niggas look at Diddy like he's soft sometimes, or like he ain't really about that. Yo, that shit is not the truth. Whatever y'all thought, that shit is not the truth, man. Like, this Act. I fucks with you. Big Act. You the prize. Sit this one out, my nigga. Yo, sit this one out, man. Not Diddy. Not Diddy, man. Like, I'm telling you, man, when I was in New York, you was in New York, nigga, you know. I don't think Ag responded. Did Ag respond to Diddy?
No.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to know when to fold them, right? Sometimes you got to know when to fold them, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this is, I know he got a nice public persona, and he's a nice guy, dope dude, but he punched Drake in his motherfucking face. He beat the shit out of J. Cole. J. Cole rapped about it, right? About the fight. He fucked Drake up. Rumor has it, right? But that J. Cole shit is like, it was on his last album. He talked about it. Like, yo, Diddy be running down on niggas, man. He got a long history of running down on niggas. He's with the shits. Act, you my nigga. All right, listen. This has been Victory Talk. We got to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Listen, join the Discord. We talking about getting money, building your muscle, your mind, your mindset. We got a free course in there, and we doing a free call, a free live training with Romulus, teach you how to make money in the stock market like we've been getting it. You know
Toys for Tots.
What's up?
The Toys for.
Oh, and I had a free course coming out. It's going to be the best shit I ever put out. It's called Baller Mindset. It's going to be free if you donate to Toys for Tots. You got to donate to their website. Don't give the money to me. I ain't going to touch the money. So go to Toys for Tots. They're going to give you a receipt. You just email the receipt to us. The link is in the description. And you will be on the list of people who are going to get the Baller Mindset course for free. You ain't going to pay for it like these other motherfuckers, man. Fuck with me. Fuck with me. This Victory Talk. We out.